Good evening and welcome to your Wednesday virtual pub quiz with NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. My name is Meredith. I'm going to be your host this evening. I hope you're doing well out there. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Get yourself signed up for this evening's game by coming to this website. It is a fully interactive virtual answer sheet over at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Once you get there, you're going to notice we're looking for just a few basic sign-up details from you, which includes a team name. Then we want to know, what's your email address? And lastly, we're asking you, are you or are you not a part of the league? Whatever your league status may be, we're happy to have you here. So just let us know which one applies to you, and you're welcome to play the quiz here this evening. Tonight, we're going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia. Our first 3 topics are question and answer style rounds, and our fourth and final theme of the evening is a picture round. So the majority of the quiz is made up of these question and answer style rounds. If you don't know already, here's how those work. As I ask you a question out loud, that question will pop up directly on your virtual answer sheet at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, meaning, of course, that you can see the questions as I'm asking them. Some of those questions may have multiple choice options, but you're going to find that the vast majority of our questions this evening are short answer in their structure. It is your goal then to enter in the response that you believe to be correct, and then to click the button that says Submit Answers before your 20-second countdown timer expires. A countdown timer, yes, it will accompany each of the 10 questions in these first 3 rounds of the game. Make sure you always click Submit Answers before the timer runs out. If you have entered in a response and you still have some time left on the timer and you realize, oh no, that one's wrong, let me go ahead and update that answer. I welcome you to update as many times as you would like. Just make sure you always click Submit Answers before the timer expires. Let's say you've entered in a response and there's a spelling error. That's not a huge deal. I am able to see what you've put as your response, and I'll do my very best to make sure that if you deserve to get a point, you get that point. If you're just joining us, hello and welcome to our Wednesday virtual pub quiz. My name is Meredith. I'm going to be your host this evening. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Come play with us. This is the website to come to get signed up for the game, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Enter in a team name and email address. Let us know. Are you in the league? We're about halfway through season 63 of NYC Trivia League. Let's check in with our standings for the virtual quiz thus far. After 4 weeks in the top spot with 155 points, we have 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, with Team Solo Nidhogg rounding out that 10th spot there. Congratulations to our top 10 teams thus far in season 63. If you don't see yourself up there and you want to know what's going on with my scores, head on over to nyctrivialeague.com/standings. Also, if you're not signed up already, it doesn't hurt to go ahead and say, yeah, I'm in the league. All that will happen henceforth is that we will keep track of your scores each time that you play. So go ahead and click that button. Before we move on to the structure of the game, continuing with that, I do want to give a very special shout out to our team who currently you're going to find right here in 7th place, Team Cockroach. Hey out there, Team Cockroach. I've been told that it is a birthday that we're celebrating here this evening. And I want to say happy birthday to Allison. Even got some cockroaches going on for you. Gross, but awesome. Thank you for playing with us all of these years. We are so grateful to you, Team Cockroach. And I hear that it's a great way for you all to connect as a family. So I just think that's really neat, learning that that's how you are making use of this game as a way to connect with one another. So Always makes me feel good to hear that. And I hope you have a wonderful birthday. Thank you so much for playing with us. Happy birthday, Allison. If you're just joining, hi and welcome. Get signed up for the game. This is the website to come to, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Once you get there, enter in a team name followed by an email address, and then let us know whether you are or are not a part of the league. After we get through those first 3 question and answer style rounds, we're going to close out this evening's game with a picture round. The picture round is a little bit different than our first 3 topics, so stay tuned. I'll walk you through the details of exactly how that's going to work when we get to that point of the game. Before we get into round number 1, it's coming, I promise. I do have 2 rules for the game. Rule number 1, the most important rule of trivia: there is no cheating in this game. Please don't look the answers up. That simple. Rule number 2, do not give away the answers in the chat. Love hearing from you all in the chat. Just refrain from spoiling things for others. All right. And with that, let's get into our first category of the game. This is your last opportunity to get signed up before we dive into round number 1. So come on down to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, and you will be joining these 41 teams from New York City and around the world. From our first team to get signed up tonight, John and Sarah, down to our most recent team to join us, Erica. Welcome to those 2 teams and every team in between. Good luck on tonight's game, everybody. Round number 1 tonight is in the topic of Love Island. Don't worry if you don't watch the show, because it comes up a little, but not much in this first round of the game. In fact, love and island are our key words in this round, which will be featured either in the question and or the answer. Here is number 1. She scored well above love on the tennis court and had a big love life announcement with her engagement to actor Andrea Peretti. When what tennis player at 45 recently became the oldest player to win a singles match on the WTA Tour since Martina Navratilova in 2004? Name that tennis player. Announcing her engagement and also back at it, winning a singles match, it's Venus Williams. Venus Williams, your correct response for number 1. 66% of you got that right. Question number 2. What Indonesian island, home to the capital city of Jakarta, is the world's most populous island? The world's most populous island is Java. Java is your correct answer for number 2. A little tougher, but half of you got that one right. Well done. Question number 3 in this Love Island round. Prior to becoming the host of Love Island USA, Ariana Madix was a bartender featured on what spin-off of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Prior to being the host of Love Island, Ariana Madix could be seen on Vanderpump Rules, is your correct answer for number 3. We're going down by tiers here. We started at 66, then 50, 43% on question 3. Hopefully, question 4 will turn it around. We'll be on the upswing again. Here we go. Who has returned as the character Julie James in the 2025 slasher movie I Know What You Did Last Summer? Hopefully, you kept the theme in mind, and with that came to the conclusion that returning to that series is Jennifer Love Hewitt. Your correct answer for number 4. We did it. 71% of you got it right. Question number 5. In the history of the New York Islanders franchise, 5 players have won what trophy? The NHL's award for Rookie of the Year. The Rookie of the Year award given out in the NHL. Sorry to say, has nothing to do with heart. Island came up in Islanders. Your correct answer is the Calder Memorial Trophy. The Calder Trophy. Hard one. Well done. 20% of you got that one right. Question number 6. Launched along with season 6 in 2024, the behind the scenes gossip and interview episodes of Love Island USA have what name? A name shared with a 2022 movie for which Paul Mescal received an Oscar nomination. This one was my hint of the night. If you all follow me on Instagram at Trivia Meredith, then hopefully you knew that at some point this evening, the movie After Sun would be coming up. After Sun, your correct response for number six. 62% of you got that one right. One team weighing in saying this was too similar to another question in this round. Look, Love Island, I don't watch it, but it is a phenomenon. So, look, we're tapping into it here. Question 7. Opening in London's West End in 2010 was what sequel to Phantom of the Opera with music by Andrew Lloyd Webber? The musical sequel to Phantom of the Opera is called Love Never Dies. Another tough one. Well done. 29% of you getting that one correct. And of course, Andrew Lloyd Webber also famously wrote the music to the musical Cats. You've been cats here, everybody. A little tangential. Cats are going to come up again this evening. Fret not. Our next question, number 8. Aruba is a constituent island country within what European country's kingdom? Aruba, a constituent island country of the Netherlands, is your correct answer for number 8. 2 more questions in round number 1. Love Island, our theme. Here's number 9. Seasons 1, 5, 6, and 7 of Love Island USA filmed in what Pacific Ocean island country, where the TV series Survivor has filmed since season 33? Your correct answer for number 9 is Fiji. And our final question of round number 1. The 2014 movie Love and Mercy features Paul Dano and John Cusack playing what musician at different times in his life? Your correct answer for number 10, In Love and Mercy. They both portrayed the late, the great Brian Wilson is your correct answer. 31% of you got that one right. That does bring us to the end of our first round of the game. Hope it's going well for you thus far. Let's check in with our standings for our top teams. Right now, we've got a tie in 7th place with 9 points between the Rubber Yolks. We Drink and We Know Things 12, Shanadian, Team 570, 8, tied in 7th with 8 points. The novelization of Aaron Brockovich, 2000, and Team 578, tied in 3rd with 9 points. Pieced it together, Barf, Why Not Zoidberg, and the question marks, and tied for the lead right now with perfect scores, 10 for 10 thus far. We have 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and Shamwell and Noblethorn. Well done. Great first round. We've got so much game left to go. Before we get to round number 2, did you know we host private events and we would absolutely love to work with you if you're looking for a way to celebrate an upcoming personal get-together like a birthday party, or perhaps you have a corporate event coming up and are looking for a way to get to know your coworkers a little bit better. Consider bringing us in. We do in-person trivia events, virtual events, hybrids of the two, and you can reach out to me personally. There's my email address, meredith@nyctrivialeague.com. I hope to hear from you. Round 2 tonight is in the category of light and dark. Light and dark. In this round, light or dark will be featured in either the question or the answer. Here's number 1. With atomic number 1, what is the lightest element on the periodic table of elements? Also, the most abundant gas in Earth's atmosphere. It's hydrogen that has atomic number 1 and is the lightest. Question 2. Gosling Brothers, a Bermudan company known for their rum, own the trademark for what cocktail made up of dark rum and ginger beer? Apparently, Goslings only own the trademark if you spell it with 1 apostrophe, but I'll give it to you regardless of how you spelled it. It's a dark and stormy, dark and stormy. 53% of you got that one right. Question number 3 in this light and dark themed round. Fulgurites are often tube-shaped masses of fused soil or sand formed when what natural phenomenon interacts with the ground? Any Sweet Home Alabama starring Reese Witherspoon fans out there? This happens in the opening scene of that movie. It's when lightning hits the ground that fulgurites form. 80% of you got that one right. Question number 4. In 2005, Ozzy Osbourne released a box set containing 4 CDs, which was given what title? His royal nickname. Cheers, rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. The Prince of Darkness is your correct answer. Question number 5. What term used to mean the focus of public attention originates from a chemical compound once used to illuminate stages, not from a green citrus fruit? Being the focus of public attention, a chemical compound used to illuminate stages, it's limelight. Being in the limelight. It says 93% of you got that one right, but I'm happy to report that actually every single team who submitted got that point. We have a social. Well done. Question number 6. 14th century Italian poet Petrarch is credited with coining what pejorative term, which he used to describe the era in which he was living due to the lack of good literature. This team is now largely used to refer to the time between the fall of the Roman Empire and the Renaissance. We did it again, everybody. Every single team who submitted knew that the answer is the Dark Ages. Well played. Question number 7 in this light and dark round. The northern lights are also called aurora borealis, while the southern lights visible in the southern hemisphere have what other name? Shout out to the team who just inverted the letters and put Barora Borealis. I'm sorry, that's not it. I like it, but no. Your correct answer is Aurora australis is the correct answer. Like Australia, 44% of you got that one right. On to our eighth question in this light and dark round. What pigment coating, developed in 2014 by Surrey Nanosystems, which absorbs more than 99.96% of light, has been called the world's darkest material? If you haven't seen this, I encourage you to look it up. It's pretty wild. It is called Vanta Black. Vanta Black, your correct response for number 8. Two more questions in this round. Here's number 9. What song by The Weeknd, released in 2019, broke the record for the most total weeks in the top 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart with 43 weeks, a record since surpassed by a bar song Tipsy? That song by The Weeknd is Blinding Lights. Blinding Lights, your correct response for number 9. And on to our final question of round number 2. Here's number 10. Joel Edgerton and Jennifer Connelly star in what Apple TV Plus series based on a novel by Blake Crouch about a physicist traveling between alternate realities? I've heard it's good. Have not checked this one out. It does have a second season coming, so that seems good. Get into it. You have more to look forward to. It's Dark Matter. Dark Matter. How'd you do? 53% of you got that one right. And we are at the end of round number 2, the halfway point of this evening's game. Checking in with our top teams at the halfway point. We have a tie right now in 10th place with 16 points between the Rubber Yolks and Swearwolves, tied in 8th with 17 points. Barf and Team 578 tied in 4th with 18 points. The novelization of Aaron Brockovich 2000. Why Not Zoidberg and the question marks, as well as Team 578 in 3rd with 19 points. Pieced it together and tied for the lead. Holding on to those perfect scores, 20 for 20, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and Shamwell and Noblethorn. Our 3rd category coming at you in just a moment. First, let's take a look at our upcoming schedule. Trivial. We will be back next week with another quiz. I hope you'll join us on Wednesday, July 30th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. The following week, however, there will not be a virtual quiz. I'll see you the week after that, but we're taking a week off on Wednesday, August 6th. So hope to see you next week. I'll remind you next week about that first date in August. Also, stick around after the quiz this evening. The movie quiz is back. Head on over to play.themoviequiz.com. As soon as we wrap up here this evening, that game is going to get started at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. I hope you'll stick around. If you haven't played, it's so much fun. If you have played, you already know that. Our third round tonight is in the category of Named for an Author. Named for an author. Let's do it. Round 3, question 1. In 2010, an extinct species of what kind of animal was dubbed Leviathan melvillei? A giant skull was found near the shore in Peru, I believe. It was the skull of a whale or sperm whale. Melvillei, of course, like Herman Melville. 78% of you got that one right. Question number 2. What on the Pulse of the Morning poet was a San Francisco streetcar conductor as a teenager and has a streetcar that has been renamed in her honor? Apparently, she was too young to actually be a streetcar conductor. She lied about her age. Also, that poem on the Pulse of the Morning she recited at Bill Clinton's inauguration. It's Maya Angelou, your correct response. A tough one. Well done to that 29% of you who pulled off the correct answer. Question number 3. Home to GoldenEye Estate, St. Mary Parish in Jamaica has an airport named for what author? If you fly to Jamaica, you may land in Ian Fleming Airport. Ian Fleming, author of many a James Bond book. Question number 4. In Key West, Florida, there is a population of polydactyl cats, cats with more than the usual number of toes, that have been nicknamed for what author? These polydactyl cats can be seen in and around the home of Ernest Hemingway. Hemingway cats, they're sometimes called. And of course, you have just been cats. Yes, it has happened again. Cats are going to come up every single time you play with us in season 63. Our next question in this round, number 5. A service area at mile 100 on the New Jersey Turnpike is named for what author of the frequently banned novel Forever, who was born in Elizabeth, New Jersey? A service area on the New Jersey Turnpike. They've got one for Frank Sinatra and John Bon Jovi, and also Judy Blume is your correct answer for number 5. Tough. Well done. 36% of you got that one right. Maybe you've driven past it, stopped there, or you're just familiar with the book Forever. Question number 6. In 2002, a species of ankylosaur found in China was named for what author of a 1990 science fiction novel? A species of ankylosaur named for author of Jurassic Park. It's a Crichtonsaurus. Michael Crichton, your correct answer for number 6. Question number 7. In 2019, an asteroid was named in the memory of what Afrofuturist author of the Patternist series? Namesake of an asteroid, that author of the Patternist series is Octavia E. Butler. Your correct answer for number 7. 3 more questions in this round, then we're moving on to our picture round. Here's number 8. What Californian author of the essay collection The White Album is the namesake of a type of orchid? Those of you who put Susan Orlean, author of The Orchid Thief, sorry, not right, but smart. I like it. The correct answer is Joan Didion. Joan Didion. Another tough one. Two more questions in this round. Here's number 9. What author of The Martian Chronicles is the namesake of a Mars landing site for the NASA Curiosity rover? Also known for the novel Fahrenheit 451, it's Ray Bradbury who's the namesake of a Mars landing site. And our final question of this round, number 10. The village of North Tarrytown in Westchester County, New York, was renamed what in 1996 to honor an 1820 Washington Irving work? North Tarrytown renamed Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow was not the village's name until 1996. 69% of you got that one right, which does bring us to the end of our third round of the game. We've got one category left, checking in with our top teams as we head into that final round. Right now, we've got a tie in 8th place with 24 points between the Rubber Yolks, Barf, the question marks, the summariest Nando, tied in 6th with 25, the novelization of Aaron Brockovich 2000 and Team 578, tied in 4th with 26, why not Zoidberg and Team 578, tied in 2nd with 29 points, pieced it together, and Shamwell and Noblethorn in the lead, the only team with a perfect score, 30 for 30. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. It all comes down to this final topic of the night, the picture round, which this evening is in the category of Disney Renaissance movies. In this round, you are going to see 10 stills from movies that are a part of what was called the Disney Renaissance. They're all animated movies, and what we're looking for is the name of the movie. Inside of each image, you'll find a number from 1 through 10, and underneath those 10 numbered images are 10 numbered blanks. Enter in the name of the movie on the corresponding numbered blank. You all have 5 minutes to work on this round. I'll check in at the halfway point. After we conclude the round, we'll see how you did, and then move on to our tiebreaker question to close out this evening's game. Best of luck, everybody. Please name these 10 Disney Renaissance movies. We are at the halfway point of the picture round. Hope it's going well for you. Looking for the name of each of these movies. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Then we'll see how you did and move on to our tiebreaker. Good luck. If you haven't done so already, now is an excellent time to click that submit answers button. I'm going to be starting that countdown timer any moment here. Keep an eye out and make sure you submit before it's too late. I have some answers for you all from tonight's picture round. The Disney Renaissance. Name the Disney animated movie. Image number one is The Little Mermaid. Image number two is Rescuers Down Under. Image number three, we have Beauty and the Beast. Number four is Aladdin. Number five, you have just been Lion King. It's the Lion King. Image number six is Pocahontas. Image number seven is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Image number eight is Hercules. Number nine is Mulan. And number 10 is Tarzan. You did very well on this round. I don't need to tell you that. Let's see. The toughest one was the Rescuers Down Under, with 51% of you getting that one right. The rest of them, universally, you did very well on. And that does bring us to our final question of the evening, the tiebreaker question. As always, your tiebreaker is going to have a number as an answer, and your goal as you place your response to the tiebreaker is to guess as closely as you can to the correct number. So that means you can guess over or under the number. In the event that you end up as part of a tie here tonight, whoever is closest is going to break that tie. Here is your question. The original Broadway production of Disney's Beauty and the Beast opened on Broadway in 1994 and ran for how many performances, not including previews? If your team ended up in the top 15 or so teams here this evening, I will make sure that we figure out what happened with these ties here tonight. And we will post the results over on our Instagram at NYC Trivia League. So keep an eye out to see what ended up happening over there. Also, everybody, thank you for being here tonight. Our next game is coming up 1 week from today. I hope you'll join us on Wednesday, July 30th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Quiz.nyctrivialeague.com is the place to go. And a reminder, the following week, Wednesday, August 6th, there will not be a virtual quiz. So we're skipping a week in August, but we'll be back next week. Hope that you'll join us then. Also, stick around. The movie quiz is coming up momentarily. Head on over to play.themoviequiz.com. In fact, type it into your web browser right now in another tab. Get ready. The game will be starting very soon. Okay, an answer for your tiebreaker question. I asked you all, the Broadway production of Disney's Beauty and the Beast opened on Broadway in 1994 and ran for how many performances? It ran for 5,461 performances, which no one got right, I'm happy to report. All right, we'll see what happened with that tiebreaker. Keep an eye out over on Instagram at NYC Trivia League. That does bring us to the end of this evening's game. Let's head on over to the winner's circle and see what happened with our scores. Finishing up this evening's game in a tie for 16th place with 30 points, Gravy Island. Hey, yeah, Jewel Hand Luke and Fusilli Jerry, as well as Winning is Overrated. In a tie for 14th with 31, Swearwolves and Think Pony Club. In 13th with 32, the Helsinki Syndrome. Tied in 10th with 33, the Quizlamic State, Barf and the Question Marks. Tied in 8th with 34, the Rubber Yolks and the Summariest Nando. Tied in 6th with 35, the Novelization of Aaron Brockovich 2000 and Team 578. Tied in 4th with 36, Why Not Zoidberg and Team 578. In second place tonight, we had a tie with 39 out of a possible 40 points each. Pieced it together, and Shamwell and Noble Thorn are winners tonight with a perfect 40 for 40. Congratulations go to 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us here this evening. I have been Meredith from NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. We'll be back 1 week from today, right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. I hope very much that you'll join us then. Stick around. The movie quiz is coming up next at play.themoviequiz.com. But first, a very warm thank you to all of you for playing tonight, to Peter and the rest of the writing team for helping to put together tonight's game, to Cullen for making this possible, and to Murr and the rest of the Rizzio team for creating the software that you all played the quiz on this evening. We'll see you next week. Have fun.